Greetings, it's Alex McClellan for the Shelburne Freelancer. I'm here at Shelburne Town Hall with
Kyle Fegan.
And you are a candidate running for a seat on the council.
I am.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, please?
Well, I've been a resident of Shelburne for the last about 9 years or so. My wife grew up in Shelburne, so when we decided to raise a family, it was pretty much a no-brainer to decide that Shelburne was a great place to do it. So we moved into town, and since then we've really gotten involved with the town being on different festival committees like the Canada Day Festival. Been involved with the Street Festival as well. This year I'm trying to see what I can do to help out with the Heritage Festival as well. Yeah, I've just gotten involved with the community as much as I possibly could. Opened up the Impact Martial Arts Dojo over at the Cherry Games Fitness Center as well. And I do have my own business as Impact Creative, which is a marketing company operating in town as well.
Also, you are a band member.
I am, yes. A lead singer, lead vocalist, and a guitar member for the Visual Negative.
And what's your message to the town of Shelburne? What would you like them to know most about you and your goals as councillor?
I think the thing that I'd like people to understand about me is that my main goal is responsible growth. The town is growing exponentially, and I know that's a big concern for a lot of people. We can't really stop the growth of the population, but we do need to pay attention to the infrastructure and make sure that we've got industry as well as retail and jobs available for the people. That's pretty much going to be my main focus on what I want to improve as far as what we have for the town so far.
One of the questions I've been asking every councillor who's done an interview with me, and it's very important in the minds of residents of Shelburne, what would you do in the case of Fiddle Park coming up on the docket again for sale? Would you listen to the people, or would you have to make the tough decision to go ahead with the sale?
Well, that would be no hesitation for me, because I was one of the people that stood up against the sale of Fiddle Park. I do understand where council was thinking that it was unused land and where it was a potential for a more increased population, but at the same time it's just too valuable for the town. I don't see the people wanting to get rid of it, as was evident by the entire town coming together to fight against the sale.
Do you have any vision for the usage of Fiddle Park moving forward?
Oh, absolutely. The biggest concern that I had is the fact that it's not used. One of the things that I'd like to do is make sure that we're advertising to the population and to everybody around that it is available for anybody to rent. You can use it for any facilities, you can use it for any events, anything that you want to do. And that's a thing that I think that council in town really hasn't focused on. A lot of people, when the whole Fiddle Park issue came up, nobody knew that they could even rent it just for their own events. So I'd like to make sure that everybody, now that they know that, I want to help everybody plan all kinds of different events for that.
How do you think you would like to reach everybody in Shelburne and get everybody more involved in town events?
Well, it's not just events. A lot of the things that we are kind of lax on in town is things for the youth to do. We need not just events, but we need to have programs that youth can get involved with. I'm already in talks with Anthony Oregonier at Trainer Games Fitness. He and I are working on a bunch of different programs that we can use for the youth. Those are probably going to be mostly fitness oriented. But again, it's more than just events that we need to do. We need to have programs that youth can get involved with. Somebody had mentioned on Facebook recently about an Art in the Park event, which I thought would be a great idea and a great initiative. I'm reaching out to the individual who brought that thought forward. And hopefully we can plan something that we can get the youth out to experience a lot of our local artists and have an opportunity to talk with them and just see what it's like to be an artist and how they can possibly use that going forward.
Shelburne will be soon encountering very important decisions regarding our infrastructure. How do you think Shelburne should raise funds for that?
Well, there's a bunch of different initiatives that I think we should be concentrating on, not the least of which is all these home developers that are coming in. I think we need to take a look and see where they're investing, what they're investing in, and making sure that part of that investment is dealing with the infrastructure as far as our water treatment, as far as our roads, and making sure that that money is allocated properly. Well, okay, so building jobs in town obviously is going to be a very difficult situation. It's not an easy program no matter who's doing it or when you do it. The biggest concern that a lot of these investors would have would be the population. There is a magic number of 10,000 people before commercial industries would even consider investing. The nice thing is I just had a conversation with Jim Moss in town here the other day just to make sure that I had accurate numbers. And last census, we were actually sitting at 9,200 people currently in the town as it stands. With the 3 other subdivisions that are right now in the works. We've got the Heritage Village out in the west end. That's another, I think he said 274 houses, I believe he said there, along with the subdivision that's going in by Tim Hortons there. That's another 324 homes. Then there's also the townhomes at 600 Main Street going in. Those are another 46 townhomes, I believe he said. So that's another huge population increase that is coming in very short order. With those numbers, that actually brings us well north of the 10,000 population that these investors are looking for. Now is the time that we need to be having these meetings with these corporations, with these industries, and say, look, Shelburne's open for business. We need to start having these conversations with the companies. We need to start making Shelburne attractive. And that's done by making the meetings and sitting down and talking with the corporations and having these companies come in.
So what would you tell people who are not living in Shelburne currently about the idea that we are the fastest growing community in Ontario right now? However, we're known as a community of houses, basically.
I don't know that I'd go down that road. Unfortunately, that's where it does stand right now. We are going through change. A lot of the new councillors that have put their names forward, or a lot of the people that have put their names forward for council, all seem to have the same vision, which is good, and that's that we really need to concentrate on the infrastructure. The biggest thing that we need to focus on is no longer looking at the population increase, but we now need to look at the infrastructure and the industry. My name is Fegan, and I'm running for council in 2018.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.